Hello and welcome to this video how you can get started in Flowable with a for-i check. I'm Valentin and I'm going to show you how you can do a for-i check in Flowable. Therefore, we are going to create a simple process with a start event that we are providing some data, then a first check and a second check. The special thing here is that we would like that the user doing the first check is not going to be the user who is going to do the second check. So let's get started. And first, what we are going to do is we create a new app called that for-i check. And in that app, we are creating a new process model. And that's our for-i check process. In here, in this process, we can now start with our start form. There we are going to add a start form reference. That's our request form. Let's press create here and then finish. And here we are going to say that's the title, then maybe a multi-line text description, and then we leave some room for attachments as well. Now let's say we make those fields here required, at least the title and the description, that we have some input validation. And then for now, I would say we are done with our request form and we can proceed with the process. Now let's say we have here our check 1, and this check 1 is going to get an check request form. In here we are going to use the subform component, and the subform we reference actually the existing request form which we have, so that allows us to display the request from before. And we then say here for the visibility that this is disabled. So this user is not supposed to actually change that form. They are only allowed to say, yes, it's good, or no, it's not good. We give it some outcomes. So that's the review result then in this case. And we say that's approved and the value is approved, or we are going to refine it. Refinement needed. So we have those two states. Obviously, we could add that some comments are required here as well when we go for refinement, but let's keep it simple for now. And we say here that after this, we are going to add an exclusive gateway. And here we then do the decision. Either we go to the refinement, or we are going ahead and proceeding to our check 2. Let's quickly do the refinement first. And the refinement then actually ends up over here, back on this one. And we can say here approved. And when it is approved, then we are going down. Actually, no, then we are going to the right side. So here it's the refinement and here it's approved. And we still need to set the condition expression. Therefore, we can use the condition expression builder review result. That one is equal to the text value approved. So we can just select that from the text over here. We apply the changes and finish that. And over here, we are saying condition expression. That is, again, the review result. And that should be equals to refine. Okay, with that, we can refine it over here. Let's add here the request form as well. So then we have the possibility to refine it in here. Now we have the second check task, and that's the interesting part. I'm going to just use the same form, so both users should see exactly the same thing. And we are doing an exclusive gateway in here, and we end the process in case we are done, or in case the review failed actually, then we are going as well to our refinement. So there we have a sequence flow over here. We say here the condition expression is again review result is equals to refine, and the other one is going to go then to the completion of the process. So here we say review result. That one is going to be equals to the proof. Okay, let's finish that. And with that, we actually have the base of our process here. I can add some labels, approved. Then we go down for the no. And we go to the right for the yes. And now the only thing is we need to take care about permissions. So this task here is by default assigned to the initiator, which I think is fine for this task. For the checks, however, we wouldn't like to do that. We would say, yeah, that shouldn't be actually the initiator. So whoever is doing that is not the initiator. So we say here that we have candidates. And then we can simply use a candidate group actually. And we say here, those are the Flowable users. And in addition to that, we can say disallowed user to assigned. And here we enter the initiator. So the initiator is not a person who is allowed to do this check. Obviously, when you have more specific groups and a user group who is supposed to do that, then you can also say directly for the candidate groups, that group of users, and in that user there might not be the initiator, then you can skip that part. Now for the check 2, we do something similar. We say the assignee is for now just nobody. We add the candidate group in here again to the Flowable user. And now for the disallowed user, for the assignee, we say again that is the initiator. However, we also would like that the person doing the first task is not allowed to do the second task. Now let's save that, and then we go ahead and publish this. And with that, we send it to Flowable work. So now in the next step, we can go ahead and try it out. I sign in now as Shane Bone, and Shane Bone is basically here my first user going ahead and signing in and starting our process. So with that, we now say that's my test request 1. I would like to have some sweets. And we submit that. Now it's going to the first check. I see here a claim button since I'm a Flowable user. So let's press that now. But we see an error message actually that we are disallowed from being an assignee for that specific task. So we need to find another user who is allowed to do that actually. So those are just our clients. None of them is able to help us with that. So I sign out for now. And let's use the admin user for our first check. And here we find now tasks all that claim. Okay, we are going to say, yeah, let's refine that once. And then when we look at the process, we have here the refinement, which is assigned to Shane Bone, back that user. So let's sign out and sign in as Shane Bone again. And here we can now go ahead in tasks, complete that. My request for some sweets. Okay. And I now go back and sign in as an admin. So we are going to do that task again as an admin. And now I claim that, say yes, I approve it. And then we see directly here we have the check 2. When I press claim now, then I see, okay, this user, so the admin, again is disallowed from doing the check 2. We could do the same as Shane Bone, but Shane Bone wouldn't be allowed to do that as well. So let's use N Barton now for the last step, since here as an admin I can see all my users. And we sign in as her. Then we have the tasks. All we see here, that's the check 2. We claim that, and then we could either send it back to refinement, but for now I'm just going to approve that. And with that, the process is completed. And we ensured basically that different users completed the different tasks. Actually, here we see the diagram. And we see then here also for the completed task, the check 1 was done by Flowable administrator, the refinement by Shane Bone, and the check 2 by N Barton. And with that, we have a really simple 4i check. Thank you very much for watching, and see you next time.